We're not licking each other here. What the fuck is wrong with you?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Boneyard Arcade Podcast. As always, I'm Lucky.
I'm Chloe.
I'm Grib.
We are back in 2018. This is the first show. Get ready, motherfuckers. Strap your shit in because we have zero fucking plans.
Actually, we didn't plan much for this episode.
We got back from Texas and we're like, hey, what do? It's like, let's talk about Texas.
Yeah.
And drinking.
And drinking. Cheers,
And
cunts.
what we've done
Cheers, cunts.
since the end of the show. When did we end the show? Don't you throw up on my bed.
Eggnog, you were puking in a
It was the last thing I did.
Yeah, it was good.
And so, since you may have noticed what's sitting at the bottom end of your screen right here,
shit,
we
did
had
they
this little
notice?
idea. So let's put a bit of context in before we lift it up and cover Chloe up.
Yeah, don't cover that.
We
Damn.
were the ambassadors for RTX Sydney in 2018. First ever.
Yeah, because Bernie was like, "Hey, how do I fit you guys into my schedule? I don't know, the ambassadors, Bam.
Community,
Number one." And
yeah.
Bethany's just like, you know what? That's a great idea.
Let's do it. And then so we came up with a million ideas that we didn't get to use really because we were so fucking busy over that weekend.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, but we bought this thing.
This was one of the ideas that we had
Yeah.
for the shit
I'll
that
put
we
my-
couldn't do because
I'm
we
gonna put my
fucking
beer-
shit.
No, it's fine there. It's fine there. It's fine there. Yes,
Are you
yes.
sure now?
All right, so we bought this thing, right?
Yeah.
For that weekend, and we never used the fucking thing.
Do you know how funny it was when you were like, I bought a challenge wheel, and I was picturing something like half this fucking size, and you were just like, Gabs, the wheel's here, and I'm like, oh yeah, what's it like? And you're like, it's fucking huge.
Yeah,
And I was like,
it was like on eBay. It was called a table wheel, and I was like, all right, I guess it's on a fucking table.
Yeah.
But this shit ain't small enough for me to be like, look at my table wheel. It's like a fucking look at my table wheel.
It's like, how am I going to fit this in my two-seater sports car?
That's right. And we couldn't. I ended up having to get a four-wheel drive to
We
put the
legit
fucker in.
tested it as well. It was hanging out.
We got this thing because we were like, let's use it on that weekend. We didn't get to use it on that weekend. So we were like, it sits in my garage. Let's use it on the podcast. So now we've got ourselves a little challenge wheel. It's got all our faces, but there's two Joshes here. That's because... I mean, it's uneven, but there's two Joshes, and it says all in the middle. So we've got all of us, you know, and then we're all here, and aren't we cute? And I figured every week we just get a new thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop this so you that.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Now we've seen it now.
We get a new thing.
Yeah.
And we spin the wheel like every 5 minutes, or every time someone says a word, or every time someone finishes a drink, or whatever.
Yeah, we just look. We're
We spin
basically just finding excuses to use the fucking wheel, but
Yes.
also at the same time spice up that content with some challenges.
That's right. And we were like, challenge wheel, fuck yeah. So like, what's the first thing that we should do for the first week? And we just came up with a really simple concept that every time you spin the wheel, whoever it lands on has to do like a full smash off fucking shot.
I was going to say, are
of
we doing
whipped cream.
Whippets? Are we like 15 years old and we're trying to get high for the first time? And it's like, you know
Explain-
what's fucking
explain
bad?
a whippet.
It's like, so a whippet, if you are not educated in Australian culture, is basically there's like a gas that is loaded up in the can. So when you shake up the whipped cream and then you push the thing, it like shoots it out and makes it like, you know, whipped cream. But what you can do is basically the first like millisecond of having the whipped cream like break through. It's when you snort that gas, and it's honestly you gotta be quick, otherwise that shit goes in your nose.
Yeah, I'm snorting whipped cream.
You can buy the bulbs. They're called bulbs.
Yep.
Well, the kids call them bulbs.
Yeah.
And it's like basically when you get the little things that go in the soda stream canisters, and then you can you get smashed
Shit's
up
all over the
first.
floor near my work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, near your work. I was gonna say near your house. I'm like,
No.
get her.
No, Ultimo in the city. Shit's all over the place. You walk down an alleyway and there's just bulbs all over the floor.
It's 4:20. We should spin the wheel.
As an Australian, I've never known that, by
Okay.
the way.
Didn't you really?
Shall
No.
I lift
It's
every
just like
time
I
we
need some
spin?
whippets.
I'm gonna lift it. I'm gonna lift it.
He's gonna lift it. Okay, so we're gonna. Oh,
Whoa, dude!
Premature.
Sorry, it doesn't usually. This doesn't usually happen. We're gonna spin the wheel, and every couple of minutes, we're gonna smash a thing of whipped cream.
If it lands on Josh,
For funsies.
If it lands on Josh, we're gonna get him to wander in,
Because he's here.
lay his head on the table, and we'll just face fuck him with the cream, and then kick him out again until it's his time to jump in.
Man, we're going hard on this one. We've said cunt like 50 times already.
It's our
like-
first stream. It's our first
Whatever this
podcast,
is.
and we're gonna make sure that Josh is there checking the tech shit before he jumps behind a mic.
Wait,
so.
who's got the fuller can here? You've been munching
I've
on
got Dan's just been fucking smashing it. He's lactose intolerant.
Do you,
He's
want
gonna
me to start this can? No,
No,
wait,
just
start
fucking
this
spin
can
that
off,
shit.
All right, let's spin it. You ready?
Josh, put music here.
Oh,
Is it
fuck
you?
off.
Is it you?
It's everyone.
That's not even what
Hey,
the
Gabby, you and I
fuck.
can share one.
Okay, how do we do this?
How do you do that?
How do you make that sexy? You, I'll go first.
Wait, I'll open up the top.
Josh, you gotta sit down.
We need to go through 2 cans by the end of the show.
Okay, all right.
I have a feeling 2
sit
cans
there
not
and I'll do
even
it to you. All
enough.
right, ready?
Don't
Oh,
go
okay,
too
go.
hard.
How's that? I went
Yeah.
light on you.
I have a big mouth.
I can't even balance.
I just have a big mouth.
Go work. Okay.
Can I have some more?
No.
I think mine's all over my face.
Oh, it was me again.
Dan overfilled mine.
Hell yeah.
Now don't chew into the microphone, you fucking idiots.
What?
Oh no, it's the first one.
We
How
haven't
did
even
you fuck up so hard already?
we haven't even talked
It's
about
on the
it.
nose.
Chloe, do you need a tissue?
Okay.
Just wipe it in Dan's mouth. All right, so
So, challenge wheel.
It came-
First challenge done.
yeah, it was good. We'll come back in like 5 minutes when Chloe's.
Every 5 minutes.
You can wipe it on my pants if you want.
Every 5 minutes. Well, no, you take your time there. Just
I'm done.
get rid of it. There you go.
All right, so this was born of RTX Sydney, which we're the ambassadors for the first year running. The ambassador thing is eventually going to be open to like more community members since it's year of the community and stuff like that. So people down the line will have the chance to actually be a part of this. But as a first lot, like first cab off the rank, what a fucking scary experience. Like super cool. You've got whipped cream in your hair. But
That's fine.
It
I was meant
rad,
to be there.
But it was like, it was full on.
Yeah.
And we were so fucking busy and we didn't expect to be busy.
Leading into this, I remember the first meeting we had, we looked at the calendar and went, okay, 80 days.
Yeah, I remember that.
80 days. We've got 80 days till RTX Sydney. We've got time to plan. And we looked at 80 days and went, fuck, that's really close. Like, we don't have very long. What are we going to do?
Yeah, we were like, how do we fill all of... I remember us being so ambitious. We're like, how are we going to fill all of our time?
Yeah.
How many podcasts are we going to be able to do?
I would say it was the most creative we've ever been as a team. Like,
Oh,
for
yeah.
us, definitely.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
amazing. It
But-
was like pulling shit out of our asses all
Yeah,
the
business
time.
meetings at Macca's and whatnot. That was great.
That was after the first meeting that we had with Bernie. We're like, let's all go Macca's and have a business meeting.
Yeah, and we had this 80-day time slot, and I think the next time we looked at the time slot, we went 30 days. There was 30 days up until... I
Yeah.
mean, we had done a little bit of planning, but realistically, you never really know what it is you need to do in the lead up.
Yeah, until it happens.
We weren't too sure of what the schedule was by that point because it was still too early.
Yeah.
They hadn't announced all the guests, so we couldn't work out who we were going to interview. We didn't even really know what the weekend was going to entail for us.
Yeah.
Were we on stage? Were we off stage on camera? Were we...
Yeah.
And it kind of just felt like it was all of the above
Yeah.
for us. And so leading into the week, the big week, we bought all the stuff that we thought we could use. We,
I bought
bought
so
a bunch
much
of props.
Vegemite.
Yeah. We...
Hey, it came handy in the end.
But
Jack
in
took it
the
all.
in the end,
Yeah.
in the end, RTX was
Mate.
Mate.
RTX was just a crazy whirlwind of
I can't remember.
it
parts of
was Boneyard running around, and it was awesome because we were everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And we're super thankful for the platform of being part of such a big event.
Yeah.
But we were everywhere. We were downstairs in front of a camera, then we were upstairs doing a podcast recording, then we were downstairs filling in for the RT pod.
Oh yeah, so there was an issue with
Hashtag swinging light of death.
hashtag swinging light of death. Yeah, there was issues with the rigging with the lights up and like above the audience for the Rooster Teeth podcast, and so they had to stop midway because this shit was just fucking swinging. And I was like, what the fuck? And we were upstairs in the podcast room like setting stuff up. And I think Beck, our guardian, came up and she was like,
Love you, Beck.
we love you, Beck. She was like, you guys, you got to go downstairs. There's like something's happened, like, with the next interstitial or something.
It wasn't very clear. Yeah, it wasn't very clear.
There was nothing clear about it. And I was just like, we were like, oh, okay. And so we're running down the elevator and we're going through the back halls and stuff. And we're just like, what the fuck is this about? And we get behind the stage and all of the guardians are standing there and they've all got radio mics and stuff. And Gus, Ashley, and Bernie are all standing there like, okay, cool, you guys ready? And we're like, ready for what? And they're like, oh, we're going back out on stage for the podcast. And they've just walked out and Dan and I are standing there like, we're doing the what now?
Yeah.
And then the Guardians are like, here are your mics, take your fucking mics and get on the stage. And we're like,
Okay.
So Dan and I, Sammy posted a picture and she's like, you guys are so small. And I
Yeah.
looked at it today and it's a picture of us sitting on stage on the couches next to each other in front of like Bernie and Ashley and Gus, and they're just like talking chill, and Dan and I are over like, yes. Yes, that did happen. That was fucking crazy. Like, that was something that was like, I just didn't expect to happen. But you and Josh both got to like, you know, step up and like do the interstitials with us and things like that. Like, how does it feel going from I'm cool just being in, you know, I'm just cool just
In the
doing my
shadows.
thing
Yes.
in the background
I like
to being
shadow.
Chloe, we need you to go downstairs and do this by yourself because we might not make it.
Yeah, we need you to do this with a guest
Yeah.
for 15 minutes. Your video is going to be up on the big screen for everyone at the venue to see, but then there's like 200 and something thousand Twitch followers who could potentially be tuning in to watch this shit over on a live stream.
First of all, I'm so glad you didn't tell me that before I went on the interstitial. That would have like already overwhelmed my already shat out pants. But
Chloe didn't wear pants that weekend.
no, that's why I changed to the jumpsuit the
They
next
were
day. I'm
shut
just
out.
like, it's looking way too crowded in my jeans, so I got to wear the flowy pants. But
Should have worn the brown pants.
I don't own brown pants.
We'll get you a
Like,
pair.
yeah, no, we'll work on that.
Yeah.
in Deadpool 2 time maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but in saying that, like, the experience was, like, aside from incredibly rewarding after that was all done, like, it was a massive adrenaline rush, and, like, having to do all those things and realize the capacity that it was going to be broadcasted to, like, it was overwhelming, but still really, really great. Like,
It was so much fun.
It was so much fun, and like, if anything, I felt so much more engaged within the community doing that. Like, it just seeing how you guys do it all the time, and then like Josh and I following suit. Like, it was really, really.
You guys
great.
fucking smashed it though. I went back and watched some of the like the archive Twitch streams and stuff, and I was just like, "Aw, babies, they do so well." It's just like,
I
oh.
was very, very stuttery. Like, I think I even apologized to Lawrence like 50 times after
He
I
was so
interviewed
chuffed
him.
though. He was just like, "No, you're really good. What the fuck? Relax." Everyone at Rooster Teeth was like super patient and stuff, and I was just like, I remember standing there with Barb, and she was like, "Hey, you ready to fucking do this?" And I'm like, "I don't know," and she's like, "Ah, fucking relax."
Yeah.
She was like dancing and shit. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
She's a
it
good
was-
dancer on that.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I admired this.
like these ones.
I
She's
think
all
we ended
limbs.
up doing that at the wedding in Texas as well,
Oh,
pulling out
yeah,
the
we
jellyfish.
did. Oh my god, Texas.
It was a good weekend
It was a great week.
for us. We got to experience a whole bunch of new shit. It put us in a spot we'd not been in before as a unit, as a group. You and I have been there.
Ding 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 ding
fuck,
ding
it's
ding
time
ding ding.
now.
Whipped cream time. Fucking get that shit.
Pull it out.
I'm gonna
on the
shit.
reel.
I'm gonna shit my fucking pants by the end of this.
Yeah.
It'll be fantastic.
Dude,
And
RTX
worth
was
it.
sick. It was really enjoyable.
It was good. I mean, it put us in a spot where we had to pick our shit up, and we just had to give it a go.
Yeah.
I'm excited for other people to be able to do it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because it was so fun.
This was
That's
an
the best
amazing
part about it.
opportunity.
The ambassador program is going to be really interesting, and I have a feeling if we manage to get over to Austin, we might get to hang out with the next set of ambassadors, which would be really cool. So
Dan, are you pulling a Bernie and revealing things?
no,
I know.
No.
Just spin that shit.
I want to go and do that.
I know, me too. I desperately want
And
to
if
go
I
do
say
again.
it now, hopefully they'll be like, yeah, you know what, that's a good
Do you
idea.
know what? That is a good idea.
That's
Plant
a
the
really
seeds.
good idea.
Plant the
I
seeds.
like
Now
that.
plant the whipped cream. Let's
Okay,
go.
fuck.
All right. I can't see it.
Me.
This fucking wheel,
You gotta spin that again.
this fucking wheel is rigged.
Is it all?
I'll spin
It's
it
rigged.
hard.
Spin it
Wait.
again.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Who is
Me?
it?
Me.
Ah, okay.
Wait.
Chloe, you can't just do it for fun. It's about the challenge.
Dan did it.
Okay. That was before we recorded.
Get it. Get it, daddy. Now say daddy. Like, I want you to squirt it. No, don't
Lactose
do it there.
intolerance.
Ew. Yep. Now pile that shit high. Higher. Higher. To the sky. Oh, damn.
Up your nose. And it's gone. Oh, dear God. On the couch. Oh, all right, you know what?
Just breathed in so much.
Priorities. Take it.
How you feeling, buddy? Your eyes look good. You've
I
been
breathed
doing
in
whippets?
so much fucking whipped cream just then.
Hey, Dan, you got some on your nose there and in your beard and on your leg and
You know,
it's in the beer as well now.
Dan was messaging me before the podcast like all week, and he was like, "Hey, we should just do shots of whipped cream," and I was like, "That sounds fucking lame." But it's actually really funny. I'm heaps amused. This is great. I took such a pussy shot though before. I put it in my mouth and I was like, ah. I made like a little swirl.
I
No,
should
I don't
do it
want to. No, you can do it if it lands on me, bitch. You can. That's
It
fine.
landed
Challenge
on-
wheel. You keep trying to drink it.
Dan, you look like you've had a fucking great
Fucking
night
hell.
in a back alley with a bunch of dudes.
What do you mean? He looks like he's got rabies right now.
Well, the same thing, really, when you think
I'm
about
clean.
it.
Look, I'm clean.
Let's talk about that. Actually, last time people saw Dan, he had a fucking beard.
Oh.
And now you've just got like a cummy beard. You're looking a bit jizzy, friend.
Oh, shit.
Do you
Yeah.
need Josh, find some towels?
No,
alright.
the makeup wipes.
I'm good. No, fuck it.
No,
Don't worry.
Josh is
Okay.
not going to help
It's
anybody.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Alright,
The show must go on.
Moving on. What can? Should we talk about your beard situation? Or
There's no
lack thereof?
situation.
Why'd you shave it?
Elephant in the room.
It is. We thought this thing was the fucking elephant. It's your face. Your face
Yep.
looks like a bald eagle. It looks like you went into the, the waxer and you said Brazilian meat. Why?
I don't know. I was just like, all right. So I've had
Yeah.
You are going
I've
to
had-
shit.
I've had the beard for like about a year. I think it was maybe a little bit over. I don't know. I think I started growing it just after February last year, and I was like, why not? Bit of a change. I'm going into 2018 with like a fresh mindset. I need to approach this year
Fresh.
fresh. So I was like, what's fresher than a beardless face?
Yeah. Nice.
So I was like, impulse.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah,
looks
shave
good.
that shit
Does it mean you're going to... Because you were posting on like Instagram and stuff. You posting like makeup stuff that you did like a couple of years ago. Are you going to fucking do more now?
I would love to. I hate the idea of doing it again and again and again, but I will probably keep it off just for a little bit
Okay.
and then work up to having a beard again eventually.
Right.
But yeah, I wanted to do makeup and maybe even for some cosplays because a beard is super fucking limited.
Yeah.
Like it limits you
I
to
know, right?
cosplays. There was like no one I could do. You know what? I said the day before or even the morning of shaving my beard, I was like, I can do Captain America from Infinity War.
Oh, yeah.
And then I shaved it and I was like, I was going to do Captain America from Infinity War. I fucking forgot. So like,
fucked
you're
up.
really limited in who
Yeah.
you can be.
Yeah.
But now without the beard, I can totally like do some costumes and do prosthetics and stuff again. I loved doing prosthetics and totally forgot
Yeah.
what it was like in the past year to do them. So
Nice.
opportunity is there for that kind of shit. It just means I need to make sure that I stay on top of the whole no beard thing.
Does this mean we have to go to conventions and cosplay again?
That or I reckon we just take some gnarly photos. We haven't done that in ages.
I know a guy who takes photos.
Yeah.
Chloe.
Yeah.
Chloe's my guy now.
Yeah.
Chloe, you look great.
I come with boobies.
I love guys that come with boobies. They're my favorite kinds.
I prefer ones that come on boobies.
All right, you get the edit out.
Is it time for another whipped cream thing? Spin.
Let's just do it anyway.
Yeah, spin the whipped cream wheel, Dan.
Go, Dan.
I want to spin it again. I'm going to briefly
Our
start.
podcast is just going to turn into spinning the fucking
You were
wheel.
like, let's spin it every 5 minutes. We'll talk about the fact that we went to Texas again right after this,
All right.
I think. But
A
I
wheel
think we need
spin?
another
Let
spin.
me-
Yeah. Spin.
me,
Spin,
me,
spin,
me,
spin.
me.
Spin, 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 spin.
Me.
It is you.
Yay!
Get that shit.
Yo. Okay.
Wait, am I going to do it for you?
Shake it. Shake it good. Dan, don't
Wait, no,
even
you
think
should
about
shake.
taking the second
You should
can.
shake it.
No. No.
Yeah, duo.
No.
Tandem. Tandem.
Open your mouth,
Open
asshole.
your mouth. I didn't want to go
That was
too hard.
bullshit.
I didn't want to go too hard. No. I'm sorry, this never usually happens. It's near your ear. So we went back to Texas because we were going over to Texas for a friend's wedding. Vance and Jess got married and they're cool people and we love them. But we were like, hey, the wedding's in... It happened to be in... Ew, gross. It happened to be in...
where it is.
Ew. Happened to be in Houston and we were like, hey, you know what's near Houston? Austin. You know what's in Austin? Rooster Teeth.
Friends.
So we went back over and we, scored some time over at Rooster Teeth and we went around and we did a tour and
I feel like we should let Chloe go and clean up a little bit.
yeah.
And chuck Josh in
How
the
bad
house
am I?
and have a chat.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
about
Let's do
Austin.
that. All right, let's cut it here and we'll bring Josh on.
But before we do that,
What?
one more challenge. Let's
Yes!
spin the wheel one more time before we go.
Yeah.
We might as well finish on a spin.
Yeah. All right.
The
Chloe?
all?
All?
Go with the all?
Let's.
There's been two randoms in between.
I think we spin it one more time.
One more time.
One more
And if
time.
it lands on all again, we just all do it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Josh.
Chloe, that was I'll do it to start the next segment.
Yeah.
Okay,
Done.
all right. Chloe, go clean up, and we'll be right back.
Star wipe.
Stop. Okay, welcome back, Dan. Not Dan. Josh is about to do his whipped cream shot. Here you go. Eat that
Oh,
shit.
no, I forgot about this.
No, he's back. Oh, fuck, it's Josh. Okay, now eat the whipped cream. Yes, you
Keep
slut.
going. Keep going. Don't
yes,
pitch it.
you
Keep going.
slut.
Don't pitch it.
Yes,
Don't pitch
you
it.
are,
You
pussy.
pussied it
Give me
out.
that shit. You.
Yeah, pussied
That's
it
pretty
out.
good. Now swallow it. Ew. Oh, it's on me.
Are you going to snort one at the end? Just to close the show off?
Give him another shot for good measure.
I'll snort one, but I'll probably fucking
I'll snort it too. But
bleed and puke out my anus.
how you doing?
There's a lot of it in my face.
There's, yeah.
That's right. You just got to do the podcast. Josh, welcome to 2018. Are you confused and aroused?
I'm not sure what just happened to me, but I'm
So,
pretty
yes.
okay with it.
You could have just said
Just
yes.
talking about, you've been there before. You fucking know it.
Yeah. I pin him down and I squeeze whipped cream into his mouth, and he's got to call me daddy through the whipped cream, otherwise
He's
I can't
fucking yelling
achieve.
at him and
I'm
choking
usually
him at the
tied
same
up at
time.
this point.
Swallow. No, you don't breathe. Swallow,
And I
motherfucker.
keep falling for it too.
We brought you in into the second segment of today's episode because we wanted to talk a little bit about the follow-on from RTX Sydney, which we nailed.
Yeah,
Um, But
absolutely.
we also went over to Texas straight afterwards. We went over for a wedding for our amazing fucking friends. We shot some guns because America, and we
We ordered pizza for an hour.
ordered Pizza Hut for a fucking hour.
That was over the top. We really underestimated just how big a proper pizza is.
Yeah.
Australia has like ruined us.
We saw vultures.
Oh,
yeah. Those
At our
things
hotel.
were
all
Ugly
over the place.
motherfuckers.
They're really pretty. I like them.
We spent a lot of time out on the streets of Austin.
We're just in
That's
gutters.
funny. I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, and then we finished up in Vegas.
Yeah. Oh my god.
We did?
Yeah. Apparently,
Yeah.
you were bound and gagged in the back of a pickup truck.
So where
said
do we
free candy.
start
Yeah.
on this whole fucking trip?
I gotta ask Josh how he thought RTX was, because he's been fanboy for years
Yeah,
and years.
okay.
But he ended up talking to Gus at M-Wave about computers.
Here's a quick question for you guys.
Go on.
I've been to RTX as a person who's purchased a ticket.
As a punter.
Yeah, and I've been there as a vendor person, both in Austin and both, in Sydney.
Vendor.
I worked at it. I was a vendor guy. I worked at the booth. And then I've been there for the weekend pass, and then this time worked the event as talent.
Yeah. Special guest.
For
our
you
little-
guys, you've been there as pass holders, the VIPs,
Yep.
and weekend holders, like
Mhm.
weekend pass holders, and you're massive fucking fans.
Just a little.
How was it to, and I asked this question on the weekend as well, but how was it to go from being the person who was there to see everyone as a fan and being in the front row and just checking all the shit out, to being up on the stage or in front of the camera in the green room with all the people you used to pay to watch and working the fucking event? Because that's not many people get to experience both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
So what was it like to experience both sides of the coin?
It was surreal. Like, it's just something that I never really thought would happen, and
I was the same.
it was super, super cool. But I tell you what, if you actually want to see things, don't work at an event, because
Yeah, you don't see shit.
we pretty much did our thing, like making those 4 or 5 interview videos and things like that, and just doing all those interstitials. Run off our feet the whole day. Like 4 people trying to run that.
And you don't see the con flora unless
Yeah.
you're standing there with the camera in your face saying, okay, now don't trip over these people. Okay, now don't say this. Okay, now don't fuck up.
Yep.
It's like you're run around the back sections, and it's just like, okay, so Beck was our guardian, like I said before, and she was like, okay, you guys have got this in 2 minutes. And
Yep.
so we would go to that thing, and she's like, okay, well, Gabs, you've got a thing in 5 minutes, and you guys have to go make a podcast. And then 10 minutes later, she'd be grabbing one of these guys and going downstairs and being like, and it was like, I remember holding the VIP passes last year and walking around the con and being like, this is great. We've got
That was
so much
brilliant.
time, and
We can see everything.
we can see everything.
That worked so well, because you would like write up a schedule, and you could go, I'm going to see this event right till the very end, and then I'm going to leave, walk past that line, and go sit at the
I'm
front.
going to have a nice leisurely lunch with some drinks.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then now
it
it's
was
like
worth it.
it's worth it, but it's like it's totally fucking different on the other side,
Yeah.
and like you realize how stretched those people get.
Yeah.
during
And they
the
don't have
weekend.
to be nice to you in the green room. There's no one there. They pin me
smiles
down
up
and they
into the
beat me up.
Everyone smiles to the green room and they get in the green room and they just fucking dump all their shit and they're just like, fuck it. They don't actually, but you know.
I think the beauty of this kind of an event, particularly being part of like the entertainment for the weekend, was that because it being our first time on that side of the coin and, you know, with everyone there to run the show, we would run off our feet. We're tired as fuck. We had to find that reserve tank of energy. You realize afterwards, though, that it was literally part of your job, just as much as it was for the rest of the green rooms, to entertain the people who paid to come to that event.
Yeah.
And you don't get to appreciate it fully up until the weekend is over and you're looking back at how awesome the experience is.
Yeah.
But at the time, you're so fucking run off your feet, particularly it being our first time there. We literally were like shell-shocked, but at the same time being like, this is what I live for.
I was too busy to be like freaked out half the time. I was just like, they're like, oh, you go talk to Jeff Ramsey. And I'm like, I shat my pants for about like a day. And then I got there and I'm like, I got to do this in like 10 minutes. I got to do something else. So let's fucking do it. So it
and
was
then,
like,
to move on from that to the topic, we went to Texas straight after.
Well,
We had 3 days break.
We started the RTX week basically
on the Monday prior to the weekend.
It was non-stop till about 2 weeks after that when we got back from Texas, and then it was straight back into work anyway in the real world.
I shit you not, and this is coming from someone who drinks like often enough to just be like fine to drink whenever.
I'll drink to that.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with Bethany and Clarissa.
Oh,
and the amount of alcohol those two
they can fucking
awesome
drink.
Women can fucking drink.
Do you know
I was
why?
like,
do you want an old fashioned?
I had like 35 old fashions that week.
Do you know why they can drink? This continues on. So we're like, oh, come to Australia and get fucking loose. And the girls are like, yeah, all right. And then smashing old fashions. They're like, how you guys going? And we're all sitting in the corner like, okay, just give me a minute. And we go to Texas, right? And they're like, we go to a bar in Texas and we're just like, you know, oh, give us, you know, I drink vodka orange juice when I'm outside because it's like easy and convenient. And so I'm like, yeah, vodka orange. So a guy gets the fucking glass out and gets a glass out, you know, a glass. And he's like, okay, vodka orange. I'm like, yeah, sure. Vodka orange.
More vodka.
And it's just, vodka. And it's, they just vodka. Free pour the fuck out of everything. Did you notice that? Like, they don't measure shit.
It was the good old days. It was just like,
what's an RSA?
Yeah. I mean,
this is why I'm currently.
It sneaks up on you.
It's why I'm currently looking for real estate over there. I'm like, I fucking love it over there. It was amazing. But we went to Montgomery first.
Yeah, for a wedding, and it was good.
We did, and it was like the sticks. It's like you go to Montgomery. It was 3 hours outside of.
It was an hour outside of Houston.
Yep,
and about 3 to 4 hours away from Austin.
Yeah, and it was like literally. It was the back end of. It wasn't the back end, but it was just country Texas.
It falls off to country very quickly, I found. I don't know if that's like a Texas thing or an America thing or what the deal was, but...
Ding, 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 ding. Wait. Hold that floor. We gotta get some... Yeah, we've been talking though.
Do you want me to spin it twice?
I spin it.
Only if it lands on Chloe or all.
Who is it? Josh.
Get fucking
ready.
Lit.
Second person. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Get fucking lit.
This is bullshit.
This is fucking great.
You haven't had to do it properly yet.
Cheers, cunts. Cheers, Chloe.
Oh, you better commit this time to a nice mound of
I'm trying to work up a
whipped cream.
burp so that it doesn't come out and like...
Oh, that'll come after. Drink some beer with it. You'll be fucking sweet.
Okay, get it, boys.
Mound that shit.
Mound.
I suppose I should have shook it before I took the lid off.
Ew. Ready?
Yes.
Make a gif out of this.
Go, boys. Ew. Ew. Oh, God. Ew. Oh, God, Dan. Yeah, Dan's overcommitted again. He's going to choke. Josh is working it down. I feel like 90% of this podcast is me commentating you guys swallowing white stuff.
Fucking white shit.
Dan, you got that jizzy beard again, boy.
That'd be a great view up my nose.
Give me this. Dan, I was gonna suggest at the end of it. I was talking to Josh before. I was like, "Hey, we should do beards on Dan."
Oh, and I'll do it, but I'll have to lay on the table.
Just do an extreme close up. Did you just filth up that mic?
No.
So we went for a tour. I'm gonna fucking move this along.
Yeah, move it on.
We went for a tour around Rooster Teeth, which was hella great. You should actually do some talking instead of drinking fucking whipped cream. You did this. Josh does this thing where he's like, "I'm the best at talking," and then he gets to a fucking interstitial and he stands there and he looks at the camera and he goes, "Dan."
That was the best moment of the weekend. Holy fuck, that was so good.
So Josh, have you realised that you've got fucking big boots and your little feet don't feel them, motherfucker?
Let me explain.
Oh my god, that was so
Through
good.
the beer that just came back.
That was so good. Okay, so we had an interstitial.
Let me explain.
There
Shut
was-
the fuck up.
That was
Four
when
of
you
us.
guys went to the podcast.
It
And
was-
I couldn't find anyone.
I've got me. Who else was in that? We had. Who else
Jeremy?
was in there? Jeremy was in there, and
Yep.
we had what
Some random
booth
guy.
were we at? Some random dude and then
ESL,
Josh. Yeah, that'll
which
do.
we-
It was
no- no
ESL,
one knew
'cause I
any-
forgot what they did.
No one knew what they did.
Yeah.
No one told us even the guy's name. That's
Yeah.
why it was so awkward.
Well, yeah, he was supposed to, but you didn't give him the chance because. What are you doing? Anyway, so we're all ready to talk, and we're trying to fill 15 minutes worth of time talking about ESL and how awesome it is. We get to a point where there was just fuck all to talk about, and the microphone happens to be in Josh's hand, and someone, I think it was the dude who he'd just spoken about something. He'd spoken about something that just wasn't like
The
there was
problem,
nothing else to
was,
give.
I'd asked him a couple of questions beforehand, and he answered all of my questions
In the one hit.
in the one question
Yeah,
I asked
yeah.
him to start with. And I was like, right. Okay, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, what to do?
Dan.
Yeah, you didn't even and It was just like you went.
Also, the problem was we were trying to
Dan.
juggle 2 mics between 4 people, and once someone starts talking, it's very hard to like not wrestle a mic out of their hand.
It's even harder when you're not ready because the mic's not in your hand, and your mate goes, Dan.
So we're on a tour at
hands it
Rooster
over to you.
Teeth, and it was great because we got to go behind all the scenes and stuff. And we actually went to the stage. Which stage was it?
2, I think it
2?
was.
The crafty one.
I think that's 2.
4.
Was it?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Let's say 4.
We went to where
Stage
they
4.
do all the crafting and stuff,
Someone will
and
correct
at the
us.
time, it was still around the time that Marcus was rebuilding the off-topic table
Oh,
after
yeah.
they'd
No, you're good. You're looking great.
destroyed it. And so we actually have some pictures that Josh took that we can put on screen of the secret behind the scenes
Right here.
off-topic table that was being built at the time. And it was really cool because we walked past and we're like, are they fucking filling that cunt with resin?
Yeah,
They're
we
fucking
knew. We
filling
could
that
see
cunt
it.
with
We
resin.
could see it, and they actually
Yeah.
filled it with LEDs as well.
Yeah, that was the thing. I saw all the different colors, and I was like sussing it out, and then I saw the bits of table, and I was like, I see what you're doing. I can't wait.
I wanna
And I
go
had the
so
photos, and I.
Why do we give her
Gabby,
shit?
Do you have a gap in your eyebrow?
Why do we
Maybe
give
you
her
should
things?
fix that.
Don't give her things.
Do you want me to fix it?
Don't fucking. Oh my god.
Upside down.
There's a mirror there.
Next person that the wheel lands on needs to lick it off. That's fucked up. That's gone. You lost it. You lost it. This
I realized that
this film set is
Bad.
gonna smell like whipped cream for the next
I
month.
realized, oh,
No,
it's
it's
gone
all-
through my
It's okay. It's all on Gabby.
I realized that I'm wearing a lot of makeup.
I know.
And
And a lot of
It's gonna
whipped
be
cream.
great. Foundation. Whipped foundation. Well, you want this?
yeah,
You want this?
can I have that,
Want
please?
this? I can't hide.
Dan, my unibrow is falling off.
Oh, hang on, wait. Let me get it. I'm gonna wrangle. Wait, it's stuck. Let me get here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
This-
but Texas.
This episode is
How was that?
fucking shit.
That was pretty good.
Just letting you know this
we went
episode's
out.
got
We went
shit.
to 6th Street. Got loose.
Went to we were on the RT podcast.
Yeah,
We were
that was
on
a
the
thing.
post show.
Never thought that would happen either.
I'm
That
gonna-
was really
I'm
cool.
gonna take these down a dark
Pancake
alley.
podcast as well. Of all the ones to be on, like
Yeah, that
we
was
managed to nail it. We got the
Both
one with
of
the free
you,
food.
for the first time, shot guns.
Yeah,
That was a thing.
dude, it's fucking intimidating as
You
shit.
look fucking terrible.
you want me to help you?
You look like a fucking ice cream. So the both of you shot guns for the first time. I have a shotgun. I shot a gun when I was younger. I had relatives out on property and stuff, but we shot just handguns because we went easy for the first time. Even though you can
I
shoot
didn't
bazookas
wanna lose
over in
an
the
eye.
states.
I would have
Walk
been.
up
I
and
would
you're
have been
like, I wanna
scoped to
shoot
the
a
eye.
tank.
Bang.
And
Gone. I want to shoot a tank.
was it at all? Did it make guns real to you?
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't think I like them.
You don't know.
No, I mean, I think I'd be A, better with a rifle because you hold it more like a camera, and B, it's just I don't like the thing that like there's a hole
This
at
is
the end of
thing
it,
that
and
you point
and
at whatever you want
yeah,
to die.
it comes out and it kills you. I mean, yeah, you'd be safe with it, and
Fucking
it's
Chloe.
okay. And I can see the point of like recreational maybe use of guns, you know,
Yeah.
going hunting or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Not good.
yeah, without wanting to get too political, probably don't need like an AR-15.
Yeah, well, something that they said to us when we were over there was and it shocked the shit out of me. But at the same time, I was like, wow. Oh god. How do y'all answer your front door if you don't have guns?
That was fucked.
And
that
I was like,
really scary.
I thought about it for a second, and I went, most of us, like, I mean, if it's you look out the blind, like out the window, you pull apart the curtain.
I
and take a
answer
look.
the door.
I just open it.
You either answer the door, or you just don't answer the door because you're like, oh fuck, I don't want to hear what they're here to talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
But then I was like, do you only answer the door when your gun is on your hip?
Yeah.
But then I thought about it again, and I was like,
If
but
everyone's
they're
got 'em.
probably worried because everyone there has them. Where here, it's hard to get a gun. And I mean, like, if you are a dickhead and you are here to cause trouble or something, you need your gun on you. In Australia, where, you know, guns aren't exactly a mainstream thing, you don't really have to worry about someone coming to your front door and having a gun on them.
Yeah, like
know?
it's just
It's
not
such a
thing.
different world.
And that's
And
what
it's crazy.
But the thing I've learned about Texas is that people are really nice.
Nicest people
Yeah.
I've met.
I honestly
Nicer than
have not
Australia.
met a nasty
Yep.
Texan.
Nicer than Australia.
Yeah, they're. I
Well-mannered.
think it's the
If
southern.
that was even possible.
Yeah. We're a bunch of motherfuckers over here. To be fair, nah, we're pretty cool. But
They're
like,
well mannered
We're
over there.
alright.
pardon?
They're well mannered. They are polite.
They are, and I think it's southern hospitality, but then it's like it's just a different part of the world, and that was really cool to experience.
Oops.
And
That was Dan.
you quickly realize that it's a different place. Like you drive around and it's like, and there are just stores for like, you know, like guns and trucks and stuff. And I'm
I tell
just
you
like,
what.
I love it.
We got the proper experience with the guns because we went to like the most backward shooting range you can possibly find.
Yeah, it was
and
awesome.
We were talking to somebody else. It was actually Hex, and she'd gone to one where they have like they hand you the gun, it's loaded. They don't let you touch it. You shoot it, you put it down, you walk away.
Yep.
We were given the guns. I asked for advice, and he said, "Your mate was here. He was here yesterday. He'll tell
He
you how
knows
to do
what's
it."
going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest thing about the place that we went to is like we were talking to the guy and we're like, oh, what would you recommend? He's like, I recommend this one. I have this one. It's good. I'm like, okay, we'll take that one. We went in and it kept jamming. So we went out and like, oh, bro, the gun that you recommended us was jamming. And he's like, oh, here, take mine. And he
Yeah.
just fucking puts his own personal gun in our hands and says, okay, you can go fire this.
That was after he
I was like,
came
he's got
in.
my fingerprints.
He came in and went, no, it's just jammed.
Yeah.
And he's like hitting it
And he
like
goes,
this.
bam, 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 bam,
Yeah.
bam.
And he goes,
Yeah, no, it's fine.
And I was like, what the
Two
fuck?
shots later, jammed.
Yeah.
So
Apparently, we were limp-wristed. And then
I
when,
was
when,
super.
when,
I
when he
was-
gave us
look
the
at these
gun,
fucking things. What am I
There's
meant to do with
no-
this shit?
when he gave us his one, no one knew how to make it work.
Yeah,
We
it was,
couldn't work out how to like unload it or reload it or do anything with it.
It was stereotypical Australian in like a totally not stereotypical way. Like
Well, I
it's
mean-
like, oh, the Australians who don't have guns come to Texas and can't shoot
it was
a gun.
funny
If
because
you haven't used one, you're not
we
going to know how to
were-
use it.
we walked in and they were amazing. We were the guinea pigs in a cage because they were looking at us being like, look at these people who have no idea.
Look at these dumb fucks.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
have no idea about guns. They're really interested in what we have to say about them. But look at them. Like,
Yeah.
they're so cute. They don't have guns. And we're in there like, look at the guinea pigs around us who all have guns. And we come from, it was just really interesting to
Yeah.
see two different sides of the, I'm using the sides of the coin thing a lot tonight, but
You got a
two
lot
different
of
sides of the
coins,
coin coming into that one
I got a
space
point
and being
from Rooster
like,
Teeth.
let's look at each other's lifestyles here and be like, what the fuck? Like, how does this work? They were just as shocked by us as we were by them, which is like really cool.
I think we tried to talk about Rooster Teeth like 6 times and we didn't do too well.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, we talked about guns. We talked about Texas.
We did pretty good.
I think it's whipped cream time.
Whipped
yeah,
cream
I
time.
thought that was.
I'm really sticky.
My guts
Shall
are
we do one
fucked.
last whipped cream and call it a night?
My guts
yeah, I
are
reckon we probably
fucked.
should.
Wherever it lands on,
Sure.
all the whipped cream.
No, I already made whipped cream, monobrow, and beard. All right, I did pretty fucking well.
I'm spinning the fucking wheel. You
It
ready?
fell off me and I ate it. It's
You
all
ready?
in my junk.
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Oh, Chloe.
Who is it?
Chloe.
Oh, Chloe, get in here.
In you
Get
come.
your tits out.
Come here.
Maybe we can like whipped cream her up over the. Wait, no.
We'll just sit,
We'll do that
sit
in.
on the floor.
Maybe we should make a post show.
Yeah, maybe we should make a post show and Chloe just gets her clothes off and we pour whipped cream on her.
We'll have to throw up the
You fucking
paywall
do
for
it.
that one.
You
You're a
do
woman.
it.
All too familiar.
I can't reach from here.
All right, hang on.
That'll be our own post show.
Yeah.
I'm ready for you.
Okay, ready? Stick your tongue out like in the pornos. Yeah, girl. Okay, open it again. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Commit. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Chloe,
Oh my god.
You need more.
Oh my god.
Get away from me.
It's in her eye.
That's okay. She's used to it.
You got it-
Bam!
you got her
Cum
in the eye.
shot.
So we started the second segment with the idea of talking about how the whole Texas trip went.
I'm not gonna happen.
We didn't even make it to fucking Austin.
Nah. But I think we should fucking quit while we're ahead.
Okay, you just want to call it?
Yeah.
First episode back. Success.
That was fucking
That was
awful.
a rousing success.
But-
in fact, I deserve a whipped cream shot for that.
Chloe's just fucking covered in shit there. So next week we're going to go see the new Tomb Raider movie.
We're actually going to have shit
We're
to
gonna
talk
have
about next
shit
week.
to talk about. This was kind of like a write-off, like tease it back in, like, you know, take it nice and slow.
We haven't done... Oh my God, you look like shit.
Take a-
We haven't done
Wait,
the
don't look at
podcast
all.
thing for 3 months since 2017. And our last one was a fuck around, right? It was
New
like...
year, new me.
Yeah, it was the Christmas, let's do some challenge shit, let's, you know, be dumb. Today's first episode back is the let's be dumb. Next week we start the other shit and we'll be dumb then as well.
Yeah, this
great.
was like, we needed a
Hey,
welcome
when you're
back.
onto a sure thing.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Like I'll be dumb, that's fine.
Oh,
Chloe, you look like shit. You just smell like a fucking cake later.
Yeah, this thing's getting warm.
What do you reckon happens
beginning
when
to be
you snort
unpleasant.
I don't... You're gonna...
How do you do it?
You just put the thing in your nose.
No, you don't put it in your nose.
No, I don't think
Did you do
that's.
it?
No, it didn't make sound, did it?
We can. Gabby! Oh!
Is it bad?
It's not too bad.
Okay, wait. You ready?
Did you do it straight from the can?
Oh.
Oh wow, that's way easier than I thought.
Yeah, it like
Josh, you're awfully.
This shit's gonna get me high if I keep going. You know, like,
Wait, is this
It's not spray, Josh.
Are we doing? And then that bombshell. See you next week, everybody. If you like the podcast, please subscribe. For the love of fuck, please subscribe. All right, until next time, guys.
Oh, and send us some sweet stills. The links will be down
Make
below.
gifts. All right, see you later, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.